Hi students, in this video we are going to learn force between multiple charges. Okay, multiple charges means more than two charges. Okay, see here I am taking two charges Q1 and Q2. So these two are separated by some distance r. So when we have two charges, these are separated by some distance r, how can we calculate the force acting between these two charges? So we can calculate the force acting between the two charges by using Coulomb's law. But when we have multiple charges, when we have more than two charges, okay, the resultant force acting on any one charged particle due to other charged particles. So how can we calculate the force charging on the particle? So that is, we can find that by using principle of superposition. See here, I am taking multiple charges, that means 5 charges here. Suppose I am taking 5 charges. So this is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3, this is Q4, this is Q. Okay, these are the multiple charges, more than two charges. So the resultant force acting on charged particle Q due to other charged particles. Okay, see here, the force acting on charged particle Q due to other charged particles. So we can calculate the force. How can we calculate that? By taking vector sum of all forces on charged particle due to other charged particles. Okay, by taking vector sum of all forces on the charged particle due to other charged particles. So that is a principle of superposition. So let us see what is the statement of this. The resultant force on any point charge due to number of other charges is a vector sum of the all forces on the charge due to other charges. That is called principle of superposition. Okay, I am taking here n number of charges. See here, so this is n number of particle system, n number of charged particle system. Okay, so this is charged particle Q, this is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3, this is Q4, this is Qn. Okay, see here I am taking these all charges, point charges are positive, are taken all positive charges. Okay, see here. So what is the charge, what is the force acting between these two? When I take two like charges, there will be repulsive force, we know that. Okay, these two are separated by distance r1, these two are separated by distance r2, these two are separated by distance r3, so these two are separated by distance r4, so these two are separated by distance rn. Why? Because this is nth charged particle. Okay, see here, so I have taken all are like charges, that's why there will be repulsive force. When I take these two, what is the force acting between these two? So that is repulsive force. Okay, the force acting on charged particle Q due to charged particle Q1, so that is F1, that acts in this direction. Okay, next, the force acting between these two, the force acting between Q2 and Q, that means of the force acting on charged particle Q due to Q2. Okay, that is repulsive force, the force acting in this direction, that is F2. Okay, similarly force F3, this is F3, so that is acting between Q3 and Q. So next this is F4, that is acting between Q4 and Q, that means the force acting on charged particle Q due to Q4, that is F4. So okay, force is vector quantity, that's why I am taking bar over here. So this is Fn. Okay, what is the R1? R1 is the distance, so between the Q1 and Q. R2 is the distance between Q2 and Q. R3 is the distance between Q3 and Q. R4 is the distance between Q4 and Q. Rn is the distance between Q and Q. So now, if you want to calculate the force, so if you want to calculate the force on charged particle q due to other charged particles. So okay, how can we calculate? By taking vector sum of all forces, vector sum of all forces acting on the charged particle q due to other charged particles. So what is the vector sum of all forces? Vector sum of F1, F2, F3, F4 up to Fn. So by taking vector sum of all forces acting on charged particle q, so we can find the resultant force which is acting on charged particle q. So that is principle of superposition. First of all, I am taking F1. So what is F1? That is a force acting between Q1 and Q. So that means the force acting on charged particle Q due to Q1, that is F1. Let a force acting on Q due to Q1 is F1. So what is F1? By using Coulomb's law, so we can measure the force acting between these two, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So what are the two charges? Q1 and Q. Q1 Q by, what is the distance between these two? That is R1. R1 square, and I am taking unit vector, that is R1 cap. So this is along in this direction. This is R1 cap. So okay, I am taking this is R1 cap. So this is R2 cap. R2 cap along in this direction. R3 cap along in this direction. R4 cap in this direction. So Rn cap in this direction. These are the unit vectors. Unit vectors means, so what is the use of unit vector? That represents the direction of the vector. Okay, this is unit vector R1. So next term, force F2. Let a force acting on Q. Let a force acting on Q due to Q2 charge. Due to Q2 is F2. So what is F2? F2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What are the two charges? Q2 and Q. So Q2 Q by R2 square and R2 cap. Okay, that is unit vector along in this direction. Next, similarly we can write what is F3? F3 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q3 into Q by R3 square into R3 cap. Okay, similarly we can write Fn. Fn is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn into Q by Rn square into Rn cap. Okay, so now the net force acting on the charged particle Q. The net force acting on the charged particle Q is F net equal to, so F1 plus F2 plus F3 up to Fn. So okay, vector F1, vector F2, vector F3. So this is the sum of the vector. So what is the vector? That is vector sum of the all forces. So we can write this summation I is equal to 1 to n Fi. Simply we can write as like this. So this is a resultant force acting on charged particle Q due to other charged particles. So this is the principle of superposition. Okay, so next topic, remaining topics we will see next video. Okay, thank you.